Our lesson today is titled Doing More with God by Yourself. Now that addition makes the sentence sound juxtaposed to itself or even oxymoronic. But stick with me, and by the end of about 5 minutes, you will see how you can be with God and doing His great works by yourself. If the first stage of all true interior healing is to accept our personal history and embrace even the things in life that we do not choose, we must now add another important element: creative courage. This emerges especially in the way we deal with difficulties. In the face of a difficulty, we can either give up, walk away, or somehow engage with it. At times, difficulties bring out resources we did not even think we had. As we read the infancy narratives, those about Christmas and the Christ child, we may often wonder why God did not act in a more direct and clear way. Yet, God acts through events and people. Joseph was the man chosen by God to guide the beginnings of the history of redemption. He was the true miracle worker by which God saves the child and his mother. God acting but trusting in Joseph's creative courage. He has them arriving in Bethlehem and finding no lodging where Mary could give birth. So Joseph took over a stable, and as best he could, he turned it into a welcoming home for the Son of God come into the world. Then, just a few days later, faced with the imminent danger from Herod, who wanted to kill all of the male children, Joseph was once again warned in a dream to protect the child, and so he rose in the middle of the night to prepare the flight into Egypt. A superficial reading of these stories can often give the impression that the world is at the mercy of the strong and mighty. But the good news of the gospel consists in showing that for all the arrogance and violence of the worldly powers, God always finds a way to carry out His saving plan. So too, our lives many at times seem to be at the mercy of the powerful. But the gospel shows us what counts. God always finds a way to save us, provided we showed the same creative courage as that carpenter of Nazareth, who was able to turn a problem into a possibility, but trusting always in divine providence. If at times God seems not to help us, this does not mean that we have been abandoned. No, not at all. But instead, we are being trusted to plan, to be creative, and to find solutions ourselves. That is when He trusts us to find our answers.